Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to look at the Object 268 version 4 because it is currently in stores for gold. Yes, for gold. Shock, shock, horror, for just 15,000 gold. Now, straight off the bat, is this worth 15,000 gold? Yes, it is. It is an absolute beast of a tank that can perform really, really, really well. Now, look at the frontal armor of this tank, looking at it from an E5 perspective. Now, look how red that is. Now, it is a difficult tank because it is one of those tanks where if you start angling in this tank, your armor becomes worse. So the whole aim with this tank is look directly at the enemy team. Now, of course, your lower plate can get a bit weak, especially if they do switch to premium rounds. But I mean, if you look at it here, it's red. As soon as they switch to premium round, it becomes a lot well, not bad. It's still quite good, but as soon as you start angling up, then yeah, it becomes weak. So, you know, you're trying to angle, you're trying to hold down, then that becomes weak. And again, it's one of those tanks you just need to look directly at the tank for it to work. So we're going to switch back to the AP on this thing, and again, look how red it is. So we are looking at this from an E5. Now we're going to start angling, and you'll see what I mean about the armor. Now look at the turret. The turret on the thing, you only have to angle a little bit, then that becomes grey and it becomes easily pennable. But as soon as you turn, then it just says blocked and 293 millimeters, and you're not penning that. You're not penning that turret, especially with AP. Of course, if you switch to your heat, there are weak points, and again, you don't have to angle that much for them to penetrate you. They can penetrate your lower plate, and they can penetrate just about either side of your gun. But, you know, if you're moving around, then you need to make it difficult. You move your turret around or your tracks around, then you're going to make it difficult for them to be able to penetrate. Now, again, if you're going to look at this tank from a hold down perspective, that is what you're going to see. As long as you're hiding your lower plate, that is what you are going to see. So yeah, armor profile wise, it is absolutely amazing if you face the enemy tank directly. Again, you start angling and you can just see how grey this tank is becoming. So yeah, the whole aim is try to not angle your tank. You try not angle your tank because that is what the enemy is going to see. However, if you come around a corner and there's an enemy stood there, that is what they are going to see. But ultimately, they're probably going to have AP loaded, so that's what they're going to see until they switch to their premium round. By that time, you've got a nasty shot off into them, and hopefully you're already backing up. So that is the armor profile on the Object 268. Let's go look at the stats. So there is the tank. You can either buy it for gold at £35, which I wouldn't probably wouldn't recommend because that is a bit costly, especially for money when people have gold on their account. But if you just want the tank without the camo, then you're looking at just 15,000 gold. But if you want to just spend an extra 1,500 gold, you are actually getting 500,000 credits. The camouflage, which I think actually look decent, not the best. I think it looks okay, decent, but that is about it. And of course, you get 10 times 10 times 5, and then a garage slot as well. So, you know, 15,000 gold for any tier 10 tank is very much worth it, and especially for the Object 268 version 4. Now, it does also have the reactive armor, so people will do reduced amount of damage if you are running that. Now, let's look at the stats of the tank. So the hit points 1,850. As you can see, we're not going to talk about the armor because that is just base. So yeah, 260 don't sound good, but if you rewind the video, then you will see it is actually very, very good. Now, your DPM is 2,779, which I think is decent, especially as we are running calibrated shells to get a bit more pen. You can get that almost up to just about 3,000 DPM. The reload time is 14 seconds. Your penetration is 284 on your APCR and 373 on your heat. So that will get through just about anything. 56 on your HE, so not good HE pen. I think that could be a little bit better at 56, maybe sort of around 80, maybe 90. So yeah, don't rely on the HE on this tank. You do have a 650 alpha gun, which is very, very nice. 580 on your heat and 800 on your HE. Your aim time is 3.9, gun dispersion 0.407, both of which is not fantastic, and also the gun depression is only 5 degrees, so that is not great at all. And then a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour, so top speed wise is also not too bad. So we're going to get into a game and we're going to just see how we do. So again, this is one of my favorite tank destroyers. Do I say it's overpowered? I mean, when this tank was first released, definitely I did think this was 100% overpowered. Now, it hasn't really been changed, but people are learning how to deal with the tank a lot better. I suppose people driving the tank as well, not driving it correctly. They are trying to angle, which means they are getting penetrated. So yeah, it's a bit of mixed. It's a bit of mixed of people learning how to deal with it and people that are not learning how to drive it. Now, we are going to go further forward. We're not looking at sitting at the back of the map. The armor profile on this is too good just to sit at the back of the map. Now, we are going to get penetrated, but like I said, if you are sat in this position, don't make it easy for the enemy tanks. Move about, move your tank side to side, move your turret, move your tracks. Do not make it easy for the enemy tanks, because they will be able to penetrate either side of your turret and of course the lower plate as well. So yeah, do bear that in mind. So we are going to get penetrated in a moment. There's the Death Star. Hello, Death Star. We do not want to come sideways into you. And then, of course, we do get penned by the Rhinoceronte. So we're going to now just push forward. Of course, we do want to get away from the Progetto, or at least turn to face him so he then does struggle. Now, again, you do have to take your time to aim, because you really don't want to miss. Your DPM's okay, but you want to make every shot count. And of course, as soon as the FV4005 is there, yeah, see you later, I'm gone, and a nice high roll of 771 damage into that guy. So just 3 tanks left now. Even though it's a 6 versus 3, I mean, it's still going to be a struggle to win this game. Again, a nice shot there on the Progetto, and this is where I do actually mess up. I don't know why. It's probably greed at this point. It is probably greed. I'm seeing a full hit point FV4005, and as you can see, my HE is already loaded. However, the E50M does decide to push him, and for some reason the FV4005 doesn't decide to kill the E50M. He just decides to run away. Now, I do get lucky here and staying alive. My ammo rack's damaged. He's going to get a shot into me here to bring him down to a 1-shot. But then, I mean, what was that? What was that, Meadsy? Luckily, I do survive to live to tell my story another day. I do manage to get a block, another bounce, and now it is just the Death Star left alive. So what a poor shot that was. I completely missed him. He was literally right in front of me, but yet I still missed him. Nevertheless, there is just 1 tank left alive. At this point, I don't even care if I die. I want to push on, and I at least want to get 1 more shot into this Death Star before our guys kill him. So the Rhinoceronte coming up behind gets 1 shot. Hello, nice and juicy, 685, and we do manage to break the 4K mark. So yeah, other than that shot against the Progetto, it's kind of good. I mean, 1,000 block damage as well. and we 4,100, 1,040 block damage, and we do finish on a first class. So that is the Object 268 version 4, one of my faves in the game when it comes to tank destroyers, and it's a very, very strong one. Let me know what you think of the Object 2684 in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.